It looks like a tornado, but this is actually a snownado. So what is a snownado?
Well, it sounds like it would be a tornado made out of snow.
The snownado is really, it's kind of more of a snow world, not really connected to a cloud or anything like that. They can happen in clear skies.
Nelson Vaz is the warning coordination meteorologist from the National Weather Service.
You need dry, powdery snow. So as that wind comes across, you get a little turbulence. Vorticity helps to spin that up, a little bit of that dry, powdery snow into a little funnel. But usually they're pretty short-lived and not really very impactful.
Snownado is one of many unusual terms used to describe unusual weather phenomena. Another rare weather event: smoke on the water. This is an eerie and sometimes beautiful phenomenon that occurs over a body of water. It's also known as a steam devil.
That's in the winter, where you have very cold air mass coming across relatively warmer waters. You basically get like the steam like you have with a cup of coffee. That steam coming off the water, evaporating, condensating into almost like a fog.
From a steam devil to an ice tsunami? Yes, tsunamis can be made out of ice. This is a weather phenomenon that usually occurs on the Great Lakes, like Lake Erie, which can have up to 80% ice coverage during the winter, says author of the book Ultimate Weatherpedia, Stephanie Drimmer.
During the springtime, some lakes are still frozen, but the ice is starting to melt. And as it melts, it can crack. If you happen to get strong winds blowing through the area at just the right time, they can break up the ice and push chunks of it towards the edge of the water. The ice piles up on itself and it creates like a wall that resembles a tsunami. These ice tsunamis can be taller than a house.
We often hear about global dust storms on Mars. The same phenomenon is happening here on Earth, and it's called a haboob.
And it's almost a wall of dust that could be 1,500 feet up into the air, heading towards your location. So it almost could look like a wall of dust, which is really a wall of wind that picked up that dust coming in.
Dust storms can be terrifying. They can blot out the sky, they can be thousands of feet high, and they can even travel all the way across oceans.
And then there are bomb cyclones. You've heard us talk about it here in the tri-state area.
It's something to help illustrate what we're dealing with when we're seeing a low pressure system, those typical ones we see in the fall and winter here that are really rapidly intensifying.
This quick drop in millibars is common in nor'easters.
And when that happens, you're going to usually accompany it with that strong winds, heavy precipitation. I mean, just a lot of lift, a lot of moisture getting to the storm.
Something we witnessed this past January when a nor'easter dumped up to 2 feet of snow on Long Island.
Some of the most powerful storms in history in these areas have been bomb cyclones. They can sink ships, topple power lines, and blow the roofs off houses.
Wild weather can happen anywhere, anytime. The Fox 5 weather team has you covered. I'm meteorologist Audrey Puente.